What is up, y'all? Welcome back out to Dimension in the Backyard. My name is Jordan, and this is a little Harlandii boxwood. Got this down in at Plant City Bonsai in Claremont, Georgia. And my wife picked it out. She really wanted it. I wasn't super thrilled with it, but then I looked at it that way, and everything is moving in that direction. We're going to turn this thing into a little windswept. So the first thing we're going to do is repot it, and then we'll start working on structural branches, getting them all flowing in one direction. So just going to cut it out of the pot. Great roots on it. Hopefully we can get it reduced down, because I can show you the pot that we had picked out for it. It's going to be this little shallow guy. Doesn't look like it fit, but I think it will. I really do. I think I can get it down that small and spread out so that we don't lose a whole bunch of roots. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to come in here at the top and just scrape out. Make sure we find the edge of this these top roots, the Nabari. I mean, the cool thing with Harlandii is like, I mean, you know exactly what you're using as the Nabari, because I mean, they just put these amazing little twisted root balls together. I meant to get to this yesterday, but that last video took me a while to get through. Had to stop and yell at the dogs because they were barking at the neighbors. Stopped for dinner. So this one shouldn't take nearly as long. But I mean, as you can see, it's coming down pretty well. Haven't run into any, well, I take that back. I've got one big root right here, which is going mostly to the side. We should be okay. And now we'll come in here, work out the sides a little bit. And then finally take out this bottom. It's a little high still. All right, so I think that's about as far as we can take it. Get some of the soil out. That really great roots. I mean, this whole thing is basically just roots. There's not a whole lot of soil left in it. Let me go see if I've got another pot. But as you can see, we didn't really take off a whole lot of roots. Maybe 40%, maybe 40%. So I shouldn't have any problems with this year. Just keeping it in this really shallow container. It's going to be a pain to keep watered, but it'll be all right. So we need to prep our pot. All right, so we're going to be sitting over here, not quite to the edge of the pot, but pretty close. So I'm going to need to stick, I think what I'm going to do is stick a bamboo skewer or a bamboo chopstick all the way through the root ball. Let me go see. Actually, I'm going to use this. All right, so we've got chopstick coming straight through. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send 2 wires across the bottom. And I'm going to have to go loose and loose so that we don't pull. You'll see what I mean when I say that. All right, so for our aeration layer, I pulled out everything that's over 3/8 of an inch. And we're going to go down with 1 particle size deep. Especially since it's so shallow. We do not want like more than a 1 particle size. And this is a 2-1-1 Akadama pumice lava rock. So it's 2 parts of Akadama to 1 part each of pumice and lava. And this our regular potting layer is going to be everything up underneath 3/8 of an inch. Again, we're just going to go 1 particle size deep. Then we're going to put a little cone here in the middle. So our front's going to be over here. It looks, the roots look a little bit better. I can bring this down, that way we don't have any crossing roots. Whereas we've got a few crossing roots over here that I can't really get rid of, but we can hide them in the back of the tree. So I said, this is the front. So the first thing we're going to do is go away from where we're going to be planted, and then we're going to bring it back and settle it in. And so since these 2 wires aren't actually connected, they're connected with the other ones. We're going to come over here and just start it. We don't want to tighten it down. Then we're going to do the same thing over here. Come over here and clip off the excess. We should be okay. And we'll take our pliers, tighten down a little bit, swing around, tighten down a little bit. Now those wires shouldn't move at all. We can actually come over here, tighten down completely, and then the same thing over on this other side. We'll clip the excess, do the same thing on this back side, and then this little excess bamboo skewer that chopstick that we've got here in the back, just go ahead, clip off. That way it'll definitely be buried by the soil. On this front side, it's basically fine where it was, but I can take a little bit off of it. So there we are, tucked in. And now we just have to make sure that these roots aren't going to be out too far. So we'll make a couple of shepherd's crooks. Should be plenty. Because I can stake a couple of these with the same wire. And so all I'm doing is just coming around the outside. Really, it's just on the sides that I have to worry about this. This one probably needs its own little hook. Maybe even two of them. All right, so we've got 3 pieces over here. I've got one holding this little root down. And then I've got this heavier root over here held down by 2. Everything else is kind of moving this way anyway. So we should be pretty good. And we're going to come in here. And anywhere I have a bunch of roots exposed, I'll make a little dam with my hand. Then come in with my small chopstick. And just force some of that soil down into those roots. Make sure we don't have any air gaps, because that'll kill off whole sections of the root ball. And if you kill off whole sections of the root ball, you'll kill off whole sections, if not the whole tree. And I just don't like that. We like healthy trees around here. Now, where is my broom? Oh, hiding under everything. And we're coming down just below the top of the pot. That way when we come in with our top dressing, we're not up over the edge of the pot. It'll eventually get over the edge of the pot, but this will have to do for now. So this is my standard top dressing. It's about 2 parts classified sphagnum to 2 parts of classified green moss. And so what the reason we're doing this is the sphagnum will basically hold everything together, and the green moss will start the moss to start growing in the pot. We want to make sure that we get everything, a nice little shallow layer all around the edge of the pot, so that when we come in with our top dressing soil, we will make sure that that all gets locked in, especially on the sides, which is where we're going to get most of our erosion. Just a little bit more. Then we're going to come in with our top dressing soil. And so this is everything under 1/8 of an inch. So between a 16th and an 18th, or a 16th and an 1/8. So I take one of my classifiers, take the 1/8 inch classifier and put it on top of the 16th. The 16th gets rid of all the fines, and the 1/8 gets rid of everything else, everything that's bigger. So then in a few months, our moss will start coming in. But this will keep the soil from washing away as we go and water it throughout the year. So what I do is I'll press in, grab my squirt bottle, make sure this whole top layer is wet, and then we'll press it in again, and that should keep all of that soil contained. Then we'll come in here, any roots that are poking up out of the soil, we'll get rid of. If it was a lot of roots, I'd have to go in here and pin more of them down, but it's just a couple here and there. So we're all right. All right, so there is that. I'm gonna go water this in, and then we'll work on the branching structure. So there we are. It actually looks fairly decent in the pot. We do just need to move a few of these branches. Hopefully we can get some of these moved. So these two will tie together. That one's already good. I think this branch, basically just this bifurcation needs to be wired. So we'll wire these two together, and we'll just shorten this. All right, so that's our structure set. Now we just need to come in, prune back to 2 sets of leaves. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were right behind me. I didn't. Oh my gosh, I just backed up to look at the tree. I'm sorry, Sylvie. I didn't see you either. All right, so that is most of the structure. I'm still not like ecstatic about this apex. It kind of sticks up just a little bit, so it's a little vertical still. Now I could take this whole apex off, just run that, so you'd see that. There would be a pretty big scar up here though. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to come in here and try, like, even if I could just get it down to there, which I guess I could, I'm going to grab a piece of 1.5. The best part about Harlandii is they've got these great roots that are perfect for tying. So I just cut off what was the actual apex. It's just a little bit long. We can replace it with this part and that right there. We've got, cut that back a little bit shorter. Take that one off totally. And so yeah. So there we go. Nice little windswept. Yeah, I like it a lot. Nice windswept, everything kind of has its own little spot in the sun. And we should be pretty good. We trimmed everything down to, we took all the 3s down to 2s, and then took all of the branches except for this one right here that's sticking up down to 2 sets of leaves. So we should be pretty good. Like I said, we took about 40% of the root mass out. Took probably 60% of the foliage. I missed this whole branch. Yeah, about 60% of this, the foliage is gone. Just make sure we get everything so that we can get some nice ramification over this year. Because this tree is now basically in development. It's real nice to have, or not development, refinement. It's real nice when you can have a tree that basically looks good already, and all you basically have to do is move a couple of branches. Like I didn't even wire, I only wired maybe half of the branches, and really it's just the bigger ones that have to move. The rest of it's all going to be clip and grow, and we'll go from there. So, well, that whole thing's gone. So yeah, one last little spin around. That's the front right there, which really, I mean, both fronts are amazing. Actually, this might be a better front because we kind of have this little tree within a tree. But we shall see. So either way, either of those could be a front. Really, really nice little tree. Great pot. The pot has been used before, not by me. I bought it as a used pot for like 30 bucks. And I mean, it's just great. That thing just, it makes this tree pop. It really does. So, yeah. If you liked what you saw today, go ahead, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff down below. If you didn't like what you saw, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know how I can make my trees better. Say, hey, dummy, you took off too many roots. I think it was all right. Or maybe I shouldn't have cut that apex right there, but once it got down, it just was too full right in here, and it just needed to be thinned out. So yeah, until the next time I see y'all out at the bench in the backyard, just remember to grow them big but keep them small.